Hello and welcome to another Out of Spec Reviews video. Behind me is the new Volkswagen ID.7 and I'm going to take you on a quick tour of it here in Las Vegas at CES. Guys, take a look at this. This is the new Volkswagen ID.7. Of course, we've done a ton with Volkswagen electric vehicles over the years now. We've driven the ID.3, the ID.4, the ID.5. ID.6 is in China. We haven't driven it. And now the ID.7. This is a car that will be sold in America, which is super awesome. So you'll see it in China, Europe, and North America. Not going to be built here though. So for tax credit stuff, I wonder how that will actually work. Final assembly will be in Emden, and then I believe they'll also have a China produced one over there. This is obviously very much a concept with some sort of electroluminescent paint, which obviously won't be available on the consumer one. So we're not even going to talk about that because it doesn't matter. But let's think about what we can find. Very clearly a hatchback here. So loving that. You know, this really is going to be feels a little bit bigger than a Model 3. It's huge wheelbase, 116-inch wheelbase or so. The ID Buzz is only like a half-inch longer wheelbase. That's the short wheelbase version. So let's talk numbers. They claim 700 kilometers of range in the WLTP cycle. That probably will be close to 300 miles in the EPA US version. I don't know exactly, but let me show you around the front of the car while we're looking. Really nice, sizable rear door, typical door handles like the ID.4, you go in and squeeze them under there. This one's probably on 21-inch wheels or 20-inch wheels. Can we tell? Let's see. Scorpion, not really seeing it. Are you, Alyssa?
0921, does that mean anything?
No, right here, 20s. Nice. So come around the front here. We can take a look at the lighting signature. A little bit of that same eye, but a little bit different take on it than ID.3, ID.4. Maybe a little bit less personable, I would say. Light up Volkswagen badge. My guess is they'll also continue the front light bar around in typical ID format. I really think it's, you know, take the ID and make it a sedan more or less. And that's what this is. So a couple big takeaways for me is you're getting a Volkswagen product that now has big range numbers, at least stated. We'll see what it shows here. So Volkswagen's not saying what's under the hood, but let me make some predictions. I think they're going to put in the 82 kilowatt hour pack from the ID Buzz, ID.4, 77 kilowatt hour usable. It'll probably be the updated version that charges at around 190 kilowatt peak is what we've seen a few times when you get it really hot and just perfect. But really good charging curve. They charge really nice deep into the pack. Very impressive. I don't know if I posted it yet, but I did a 0 to 100 charging test on the ID Buzz, and while it doesn't have major peak speeds, the curve was so nice. So I really think this could be a great road tripper. In terms of driver assistance and road tripping, we know it'll have Volkswagen's travel assist, which will be great. We love it. You can have good adaptive cruise control, lane changes automatically. You can also lock it in to drive in the left or the right side of the lane, depending on what's going around. So if you're passing a truck and you're like, oh, I'm too close, you can push it to the edge. One of the best features of any driver assistance system out there. Really love it. So we have big range. We don't know price, but I imagine it's going to be pretty reasonable. Volkswagen's been great about their pricing. With the new tax credits coming in though, I'm not sure how that's going to play into it. I imagine it's not going to qualify for anything like I mentioned, just because final assembly won't be in North America. And interior wise, we're seeing sort of the next gen of stuff. So we're going to have a 15-inch touchscreen, same size as a Model 3, which is going to be super nice and big. They are pretty much copying Tesla's playbook. You're going to have all of the air vents controlled through software. It will automatically warm or cool the vehicle as you approach. ID.4 actually does that when you click unlock, but this is proximity based.
The ID.7 with intelligent climate control. The ID.7 recognizes drivers by their key and activates the air conditioning. Cooling starts in a matter of seconds. The newly designed smart air vents in the cockpit are operated electrically and controlled digitally, creating new possibilities for an exceptional climate experience. These flaps control the airflow. The innovative control makes them move up and down dynamically and distribute the airflow over a wide area, like fans. The air conditioning can target the body directly or indirectly ventilate the interior. The The climate control is always visible on the large new display, where it can be activated with a click. Intensity and direction can be configured intuitively and saved as a personalized setting. If the automatic mode is active, the intelligent system reacts to the climatic surroundings. For example, the position of the sun is detected, and the temperature and the direction of the airflow in the interior are configured accordingly. Smart climates take care of any special requests, even via voice command. "Hello Volkswagen, my hands are cold." The ID.7 activates the steering wheel heating and warm air is directed at the hands. The temperature can be adjusted using the backlit touch slider control. The intelligent climate control system in the ID.7 adapts to drivers and situations, achieving a new level of spatial comfort.
I'm not sure. I really hope they got their software worked out though, because we've been reporting for a long time that Volkswagen software has been super buggy and issues here and there. Now that 3.1 is out, it's better. You guys know two of my friends recently took delivery of ID.4s. Michaela has had some software bugs with hers. Colton has the identical car and no issues really to report so far other than on day one, but those have all gone away. So I don't know. It seems to be a topic that at least the folks here are passionate about. We can only hope they work on it and it gets a little bit better. So come join me around. Just want to tell you a bit more things about it. You can see just one central camera here in the windshield. No big camera arrays or anything that I'm seeing. But take a look at some of the aero bits. All of this is designed to hide the camouflage, or to camouflage the car. But look at this sculpting. This is pretty aggressive lines on the car. I mean, there's some real aero work going on here, really big cutouts. And one thing Alyssa pointed out to me earlier was actually how sculpted and deep it is in the back. It's like, you said it looks like a fish took a chunk out of it. Also has a light up rear badge similar to the Chattanooga built ID.4s, except here it's lit up in white instead of red like those cars. A couple things that I find interesting about it that I'm not a fan of are the clear taillights when they're off. Normally I like clear tails. Here I don't think it looks that great. And I'm also not totally sure of the market for this car, because let's just move away from the music a little bit so you can hear me better. I'm not convinced that Americans want to buy sedans. I mean, of course the Model 3 is very popular, but then you look at Model Y and it's even more popular, even though it's more expensive. So certainly Volkswagen seems to believe that there's a big market for sedans. I love that they're going in for the range figure, because that seems to be a lot of people's concerns when they're buying their first electric car is range. And in my eyes, charging is more of a concern than range. And there you go, the new ID.7. What do you guys think about this? Do you think it's going to be the long-range cruiser road tripper that Volkswagen hopes it is? Or what is your prediction? Do you think it's going to be outclassed by other vehicles that may qualify for tax credits? I don't know what to think. I think I'm very much still in the ID.4 camp. No secret, I love the ID.4. I think that thing rocks. It's one of the best electric vehicles on sale. And to be honest, I don't think this would sway me over going for one of those. I'd give up the range hit to have the more space of the ID.4. I do love that it's a hatch. We know it's going to be built well. We know it's going to ride very comfortably. We kind of already know how it's going to drive. We've driven every ID product. We know it's going to be very competent in corners, very soft on bumps, and have not a crazy amount of power, but very comfortable. Probably the same amount of power as the ID.4 has, 204 horsepower, rear-wheel drive, 150 kilowatts, or all-wheel drive will be about 295 horsepower. These are just my guesses. They haven't said all these things, but I'm like, it's MEB. It's just take the same parts and slap it together. Maybe we'll see some small improvements here to there. It should have vehicle to load, vehicle to home, I should say, for energy sharing. Lots of cool stuff here. It's really just a design preview of the outside. And honestly, I read the press release and they talked more about the paint that they slapped on this thing than the car itself, which to me as a nerd is a bit of a disappointment. But I'm just excited that we're getting more electric cars from Volkswagen. And I'm pretty thrilled that we were here for the global unveil of this car here at CES. And plenty of more videos to come. Let me know what you guys think about the Volkswagen ID.7. Thanks for watching another Out of Spec Reviews video. Bye-bye.